In this complete guide, you'll learn exactly how to change your Softr application's subdomain, check if your preferred URL is available, and verify that your new address works correctly. Softr is a powerful no-code platform that lets you build web applications without writing a single line of code, and every app you create gets its own unique default URL. Customizing that URL makes your application look far more professional, makes it easier for your users to remember, and helps your brand stand out. If you find this guide helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, you'll want to open your web browser and head over to the Softr website. Go ahead and log into your account with your usual credentials. Once you're logged in, you'll be taken to your main dashboard, which is your command center for managing everything in Softr. On the left side of this dashboard, you'll see a vertical navigation menu. This menu is your primary tool for moving between different sections of your account, so it's worth getting comfortable with it. From that menu, you need to click on the option labeled Applications. This will bring up a list of every application you've created under your account. Take a moment to browse through that list until you find the specific application whose URL you want to change. Once you've located it, click on the application's name or its card to open it inside the Softr editor. Now, before you proceed, it's important to let the application load completely. Depending on how complex your app is and your internet connection speed, this might take a few seconds. Don't rush this step, because moving forward before the app is fully loaded could cause errors or make some settings appear grayed out. Once everything has loaded, you'll be inside the application editor. This is where you actually build and configure your app, so it's the most important workspace in Softr. Look again at the left sidebar inside this editor. You'll notice it contains a slightly different set of options than the main dashboard menu. Scroll through those options until you find one called Settings. Click on it, and this will open your application's configuration panel, where you can control everything from your app's name to its privacy settings. When the Settings panel opens, make sure you're on the General tab. This tab is usually selected by default, but it's always a good habit to double-check. The General tab is where you can edit your app's basic information, including its name, description, and, most importantly for this lesson, its subdomain. Take a moment to familiarize yourself with the other settings available here. You'll see fields for your app's time zone, language preferences, and even favicon options. Understanding this layout now will save you time later when you want to make other changes. Within the general settings, look for a section labeled Subdomain. You'll see your application's current Softr URL displayed right there, probably something like yourappname.softapp, or a random string of characters. This is the default address that Softr assigned when you created your app. Next to the subdomain, you should see an Edit button. Click that button and the field containing your current URL will become editable, allowing you to type in a new address. Now, here is where you need to think carefully about your choice. When you're picking a new subdomain, there are a few best practices to keep in mind. Always use lowercase letters whenever possible. Mixing uppercase and lowercase can confuse users and lead to typos. Avoid spaces entirely, and also avoid special characters like underscores, hyphens, or numbers, unless they are absolutely necessary for clarity. Choose something short, memorable, and descriptive. If you're building this app for a business or a client, consider using the company name or the project name directly. For example, if your company is called Blue Ocean Consulting, something like Blue Ocean or Blue Ocean Consulting would be much cleaner than a random jumble of letters. As you start typing your new subdomain, Softr will automatically check whether that name is already taken by another application on the platform. This is a real-time availability check built right into the interface. If your chosen name is already being used, you'll see a notification telling you it's not available. Don't get discouraged if this happens. Simply try a slight variation, such as adding a hyphen, a relevant keyword, or a different ending. The key is to find something that is still simple, descriptive, and easy for your users to spell. Once you find an available subdomain, double-check your spelling very carefully before saving. Changing a URL frequently can confuse your users and break any bookmarks they might have saved. Also, think about consistency. If your website is mycompany.com and your social media handles are mycompany, you should aim for your Softr subdomain to be mycompany as well, if it's available. This creates a cohesive brand experience. After you've entered your new subdomain and confirmed it's available, you need to save your changes. Look for a Save or Update button, usually at the top or bottom of the settings panel. Click it, and Softr will apply your new URL. Now comes the verification step, which is critical. Open a new browser tab and type in your new full address, which will follow the format yournewsubdomain.softr.bat. Hit enter and see if your app loads correctly. Test it on both a desktop browser and a mobile device, because mobile users might experience the app slightly differently. If your app loads without errors and displays correctly, then your change was successful. One last thing to remember: if you've already shared your old URL with users, clients, or team members, you'll need to send them the updated link. You might want to set up a temporary redirect if possible, or at least notify them well in advance so they aren't confused when they visit the old address. You've now successfully customized your Softr application subdomain. This small change makes a big difference in how professional and trustworthy your app appears to users. A clean, memorable URL also makes it easier for people to come back to your app without digging through their email or bookmarks. As a next step, consider updating your app's favicon and custom domain if you have one, to further polish your branding. If you found this tutorial helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more no-code tips. And if you ever need to revisit these steps, you can save this video or bookmark it for quick reference. Thanks for watching, and happy building.